So Dan, we just watched the Nintendo E3 briefing, presentation, Nintendo Direct thing. What did you think?
I thought it was alright.
Did you?
Yeah. What about yourself?
I think kind of initial disappointment as it ended. Like for me, it is just common sense that you end on something big. You gotta leave people with a lasting impression, because if you end on something big, that is all people can think about. But if you end on Mario Maker for 20 minutes, then people are going to come away going, God, people will forget that before that you had like Star Fox, a new Mario RPG, Mario Tennis, a new quote-unquote Metroid game. Everyone's going to forget about that and just focus on the bad. So
it was just like, they had the World Championship thing the other day, like, if you want to watch Mario Maker, go watch that.
For me, that was enough. And
yeah, exactly.
They could have really just... Did you see that they showed the amiibo thing with Mario Maker where you can add new characters?
Yeah, I did. I thought that was really cool.
That was really cool, but they could have condensed that down to like a 20-second thing, you know?
Yeah, just like, oh, here's the gamepad. Oh, look, someone's putting the Wii Fit trailer.
Yeah,
on.
Here's a little trailer. I didn't need Miyamoto and the new Super Mario Bros. Guy, I can't remember his name, to come out and talk about that for 5 minutes. I didn't need that. I mean, I love Nintendo, and I always enjoy watching these things. And the developers talking and that kind of thing is always interesting to me. But for me, I kind of get the impression that, especially with these sort of things now, they're getting a bit self-indulgent. They just kind of seem to do what they want to do. A bit like NCL seems a bit ignorant of what people really want at these types of events. People expect, brand new unannounced game after game after game, which is kind of what like Sony played to last night, and big surprises. That's what Sony and Microsoft were playing to, but they just didn't seem to grasp that. They just kind of think, oh, we want to talk about Mario Maker, and we want to talk about that kind of thing. We want to talk about Yoshi in depth, and like those kind of things. Yoshi and Mario Maker, they look great. I'm sure they'll be great. I'm excited for them, and I like to listen to the developers being passionate about them. But this is not the correct venue for that, in my opinion.
Yoshi's Woolly World's out in 10 days over in Europe, like.
Yeah, I know.
That's the sort of thing that if it was on Sony or Microsoft, it'd be like, oh, by the way, just a reminder, here it is, quickly. Okay, move to the next thing.
They don't seem to get that this isn't the venue to indulge yourself and talk about the game that you're so happy you've made and that kind of thing. At least not like... I mean, you got to have these big new announcements, and they did have those, but they were interspersed with very... some downtime, I felt.
What do you think of the overall presentation in terms of this puppet thing? Because I actually like the Muppets almost.
I thought that was hilarious.
I thought it was brilliant.
That was one of the best things for me. As soon as that came on, you knew they were going to do something like that after the Robot Chicken thing last year and the stuff with Mega 64 they've been doing. You just knew they'd do something like that. So when that came out and they'd intersperse like the announcements with these little tiny skits. I thought, oh, that's adorable. That's very Nintendo, and I'm glad they do that. And they're not very serious at all.
Yeah, I'm sure that everyone had a massive smile on their face when they're watching that.
Yeah, me too.
Let's go straight in with the top one. The first one they did, which was Star Fox Zero. We finally had a subtitle to it. What do you think of the actual name?
I think that's good. I like that name. It has kind of. I mean. He explained what the significance of the Zero was and something to do with a Japanese character. But for me, Star Fox Zero, that kind of title signalizes to me. It symbolizes like a fresh start. Yeah, that we're starting from zero.
And yet, Miyamoto specified that this isn't a remake.
Yeah,
or it's not Star Fox 6. This is he never really properly.
It's just a new Star Fox game.
Yeah, it's just new Star Fox.
I don't think the upholders of the Star Fox canon are going to be too offended by that. I mean, it's not...
Where's Crystal?
Yeah, oh God. I didn't see any Crystal on there, did you?
No. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, it almost feels like a Star Fox 64 remake. Like, retelling, but it's apparently not.
I don't know about that. I mean, it just seems like it's a new Star Fox game, and it's
you got to have Cornelia, I guess, or Cornelia all the time.
And it feels to me, like the proper spiritual successor to 64 that people have wanted. I mean, you've got a little bit of the assault stuff in there with the transformations, the ground combat a little bit, but they've done a lot to make it tread its own path, and I really like the stuff they're doing with the gamepad.
Yes, I mean the way you aim and shoot looks like really cool.
But the things that have me most excited are Platinum Games doing it. Hashimoto, the director of Bayonetta 2, is intimately involved. He's going to be on the Treehouse. I'm so excited for that, and also 60 frames per second, Dan.
Yes, I know that looks. I can't wait to play that.
When you see it running 60 frames per second, I mean. To be honest, when I first saw it, I was slightly underwhelmed by the graphics because it was, for some reason, they were streaming at 30.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. I was watching it at 30. It looked like Star Fox Assault in HD.
Yeah, but then when they switched to the Treehouse, the frame rate rose spectacularly to 60, and it looked great. And I was like, yeah, this is the type of like arcadey looking Star Fox game that I'm down for.
You mentioned Platinum Games, and it's just like. That was in case someone who's watching this didn't watch the Treehouse. Yeah, that wasn't in the direct. They didn't mention anywhere that this is Platinum Games, and that was what everyone wanted was Platinum Games.
That really frustrated me. I mean, why wouldn't you mention that? And a lot of people after the Nintendo E3 thing ended, they all switched over to the Square Enix thing to see Kingdom Hearts and that. So just about everyone missed the Platinum Games announcement.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have that? I don't know.
I don't get it either. I mean, it's out this year, which is everyone really assumed it. It's confirmed for fourth quarter of 2015.
Nintendo doesn't seem to realize the gold they have on their hands with Platinum.
Yes,
they don't. They're making this is like their third game that they've done with them, and
on the Wii U,
yes, and they don't seem to appreciate how like the gravitas that Platinum Games has, like as a name. When you say Platinum is doing Star Fox, that causes all of us, the hardcore people, to sit up and shit our pants because it's Platinum fucking Bayonetta, wonderful 101 games, and everyone wants to know that.
After that, the final level of Bayonetta 2, that Star Fox like secret thing, is just like that was a no-brainer. Surely we'll move on to probably the Legend of Zelda. So the Legend of Zelda, the Wii U obviously isn't at this year's E3. That was told, and
probably going to get moved to NX, like Twilight Princess style.
Yes, they announced a new 3DS game called Triforce Heroes.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so do I. It's Link Between Worlds, like style game.
Very Four Swords Adventures.
Yeah, like it's a cross between the two.
Yeah, I was playing that again recently, not the GameCube one, the DSi one, and it was for DSi, isn't it? Is that right? Or was it?
Yeah, they re-released it on DSi. Yeah.
Right. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I was playing that a few months ago, and I was thinking, oh, that's so fun. I'd love a new game like this because
originally it was with a Link to the Past on the GBA.
Yes, that's right. And then I'm glad that that's coming out. I've wanted one of those. So if I can just find someone to play that with, that would be great. I don't know many like hardcore Zelda fans that'd be like interested in playing through a story mode with me, but I mean that's kind of like the problem, not a problem, but that's the inherent kind of conundrum. Yeah, that's the thing you face when you want to play this game. You need to have a friend, really, otherwise it might be a little bit boring. But
remember that 4 on a totem was too much.
Yeah, and. But just when you get 4 together to play Four Swords Adventures, it's nothing like it. It's great.
It is one of the best local multiplayer games in general.
Yeah.
But I just want to quickly mention, like, what do you think? Does this Zelda game feel to you like it's going to be a brand new Zelda adventure, or is it going to be more like a level-based Four Swords game? I'm not sure if that was.
No, I think they did a bit of world building in during the direct where they talked about how it's set in. It's not set in Hyrule, I believe. It's set in some other place, kind of like a Majora's Mask, and it's set in some like very fashion conscious town or something.
Right. Yeah, that's
so I was kind of like, oh well, that's interesting. It's not just. This is, it has some story to it. That there's a world being built here. I kind of appreciate that. So it doesn't seem it does seem like it has some depth to it.
Yeah. On the subject of Zelda, there was also the Hyrule Warriors 3DS that.
Sorry.
Yep.
Because I leaked that.
Yeah.
I was told that they were going to show that on Friday. So
that seems bizarre that Nintendo wouldn't have just taken that out.
Fuck, I don't know. Nintendo was an enigma. Oh, they didn't even show the full trailer. They kind of talked over it. The one that leaked.
It's got a release date though, isn't it? Which you didn't have before.
Yeah.
I mean, release date, it's a release window, should I say?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a few things we could just quickly list off, like stuff like Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, we've seen that again. Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei.
Looks
the Fire
cool.
Emblem 3DS game, that looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Metroid Prime Federation Force and the Blast Ball thing, which Blast Ball was like revealed the other day with the Nintendo World thing. I was like, oh, it looks like a cool game. It looks kind of a bit like Metroid Prime Hunters. Well, guess what?
I don't kind of like that they've associated they've associated with Metroid Prime.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah,
just because it's first person, they have to put the Prime bit on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we couldn't just have Metroid Federation Force or whatever it's called. Because for me, Metroid Prime, that is a certain style of game.
And it's about Metroid Prime. It's about a being called Metroid Prime.
Yes, and it's just that, the other Metroid Prime games, even Hunters, has a very realistic looking art style. Well, you get what I mean anyway.
Yeah. It looks like they're all the same series.
It's kind of gritty looking. It has a certain atmosphere to it, and this has like a chibi art style with like cutesy looking Galactic Federation mechs and stuff in it.
I was someone who actually really liked Hunters. I like the four-player stuff. I like the multiplayer stuff of it.
To be honest, I mean, we were all a little bit sore about this right now, but I think when it comes out, it'll be a lot of fun. And
same.
Some people will shit on me for saying that, but I think this is going to be fun, and I would gladly play through this with you, Dan, because I love Metroid Prime Hunters. I played that non-stop whenever that came out, like in 2006 or something.
Yeah.
I will definitely pick this up and play it. Not just because it's Metroid, because it looks cool. And
it does. Not too keen on the Blast Ball thing, looks okay, but I'm more interested in the
I don't know how that really
Force
works, but I guess it's just one thing you have to try, like Splatoon.
Yeah. Well, also they showed off Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival,
Oh my goodness! As soon as that came on, they tapped the Amiibo there, and I was like, oh wow, Animal Crossing, and then it steps on. Then Isabel steps onto some Mario Party board, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Really?
That's what I thought as well.
What, honestly, what a fucking cock tease.
It was, isn't it? It really come out like Animal Crossing Wii U. Here it is, everyone's like, yeah, okay, Animal Crossing Wii U, it's finally here, brilliant, bring it on. Wait, what?
I just fucking hell. What were they thinking? I like Animal Crossing and I play each one, but I'm not one of those people who's super fucking crazy about it. But if I was, I would have been I would have just fucking turned the thing off at that point.
I tell you what, I am a big Animal Crossing fan. I had my mouth open, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem for me out of that was that I just simply didn't understand what I was watching.
Yeah,
I got that it was some kind of Mario Party board game thing.
It is though, because there's no mini games. It's more like that. What's that other one? That other weird Mario thing, board game.
Boom Street.
Yes, I think it's more like Boom Street.
Yeah,
where you actually has Animal Crossing related things where you can purchase things and go fishing and I don't know.
What a load of shit, really. I mean, kind of half expect at the next direct or something we're gonna get oh, here's a Captain Falcon amiibo, here's a Blue Falcon amiibo, and he taps it on, and then it's and then it's F-Zero Monopoly or something.
I'd play that. F-Zero Monopoly.
So would I actually. Wait, goodbye.
You try to come up with something really shit in your head, and it ends up sounding alright. Okay. Well, they also announced, I know you mentioned it earlier, the new Mario RPG, which when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this looks awesome. Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario coming together. This looks amazing. But the problem is that I didn't like either of the last Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi games.
I'm kind of cautious about it, but it looks interesting. I think the premise of it is really funny, and
same the Bowser, Paper Bowser, and the main Bowser.
I think it'll pave the way for some fun writing and everything.
Yeah, I think that I'm exactly the same boat as you. I'm cautiously optimistic because, like I said, I didn't like the last Mario and Luigi game.
When is this out?
Mario. It's out spring next year.
I kind of get the impression from this conference, that they've left a lot out for next year. It's kind of weird.
I'd say it's weird that the fact that they were going, oh, Zelda's pushed back to 2016. We're not going to talk about that because it's 2016. Well, why have you talked about a whole bunch of other games at 2016?
Well, to be fair, they didn't say it was 2016. They just said that
they just pushed it back.
Pushed it back indefinitely. Don't know when that's gonna surface again.
Well, there's also Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I mean,
oh, that looks cool.
It looks cool.
Down for that.
More Mario Tennis if people like Mario Tennis.
Yep. I think the size thing looks cool, and it looks like the graphics are really pretty.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
out later this year as well, by the way. So
got a pretty good lineup for this year.
yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Mario Tennis, Star Fox, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
Yeah.
And then and I guess they had the Skylanders thing, you know.
Yeah.
That Mario Maker, we Mario Maker as well.
We don't really talk about that. God knows they did that enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I feel kind of good about it. I wish they'd shown things, you know, that are coming further down the line. But I think I kind of get the impression that a lot of studios have started work on NX projects, maybe.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that was originally going to be on Wii U is being pushed back to NX, which is a shame. I don't know. I kind of wish that there was more Wii U games coming.
They could have mentioned Devil's Third. That wasn't there.
I know. I just think...
Because that's even got a release date now.
I think they should have spent less time on each individual game and had more games in there. Yeah, and I think, you know, you look to Microsoft as the example. They were just game after game after game. They had a lot of stuff that they didn't spend more than like a couple of minutes on one game, which is good. That's the kind of pace you want. You want that pace. You want you want to knock it out of the park. You want it over and over again, and then maybe you don't have huge reveals, but if you show that you have a fucking big ass lineup.
When you look at the end back of it, look back on it, all you're just like, that was a lot of games.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff they got coming. But instead we had like 5 minutes on Yoshi and 5 minutes on Mario Maker, which could have done without.
Yeah, they're out next month. This month.
Anyway, how do you feel about it overall?
I'm in the same boat as you. Honestly, I was kind of underwhelmed with it all. Especially the Star Fox Zero was the only thing, and they let out with that. And then the rest of it was kind of downhill from there.
I think, you know, they're trying to, you know, put more precedence onto the Treehouse Live event. I think maybe we'll see another reveal or two.
Yeah, they did that last year, didn't they? Where they had a few things come out after.
Yeah, so
direct.
I mean, I'll stay tuned to that.
But at the end of the day, this really is about this direct, and at the end of the day, the direct was a bit lacking.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they call it the direct. I think they just call it the media thing or something. I don't know. It has a different name. They don't call it a direct though.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.